guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassie from Anchored by Books, and today, I almost forgot my name. And today I'm going to do a kind of a collective book haul within the last like 2 or 3 months because I haven't done one in a while. So I'm just going to jump right into it because I have quite a few books here. First book I have is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a adult fiction novel, and from what I have heard, it just will break your heart into a million pieces. I think it follows a couple of different people. This book follows 4 college classmates, as I'm assuming as they kind of grow up and progress throughout their lives. So it's quite a big book, but for some reason a couple of days ago I was like, I need to read this book. So maybe I'll be picking this one up pretty soon. It's also a National Book Award finalist. I also picked up this teeny little book. It is so cute. This is The Complete Poetry of Edgar Allan Poe. For those of you that don't know, if you hear all that, sorry, it's my sister in the background. She's coloring with color pencils. So this book is exactly what it sounds like. It is all the poems from Edgar Allan Poe. And I just wanted my own little separate thing of just poems, because I have a bunch of other things that have like his short stories and poems, or just short stories. So this one is just all these little poems. I also got Fly on the Wall by E. Lockhart. For those of you that don't know, We Were Liars is one of my favorite books of last year, and that's by E. Lockhart. So I decided to pick this one up. The book's about a girl who gets turned into a fly and then like goes through the boys' locker room, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe it's a boy that goes, I hope it's not a boy that goes into the girls' one, because that'd be creepy. But anything by E. Lockhart, sign me up. I also got Old Man's War by John Scalzi. This book my husband wanted me to read really bad. He said this is one of his favorite books of all time. In this society, when you reach a certain age, I think you get the option of your mind and inputting it to like a younger body, because when you fight in some war that they're having, I'm assuming, they want you to be fit enough to fight, but they also want you to have the knowledge of an older person, I guess. So I guess I'll give this one a try. He really likes it, and I'm just gonna shut him up and read it. Sorry about it. I also got The Diary of Anne Frank by Anne Frank. I'm not gonna explain this one. This is The Diary of Anne Frank. It's about the Holocaust, and it's really sad. So I've read it before, but I wanted my own copy. So next I got Ferris from Marissa Mayer. This is kind of like a novella short story from the Lunar Chronicles. I've only read Cinder, which is the first book, but I saw this in paperback, so I thought I'd pick it up. Now all I have to get is Winter, but I'll probably wait till that comes in paperback so I can complete my collection. I also got Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wen. This is also a World War II YA novel. I'm not too sure exactly what this is about, but I've heard that it's really good. So I'm not quite in my World War II phase at the moment, but when I am in a World War II phase, that's all I can read for like a month. So I'm sure when I get back in that phase, I'll definitely be picking this one up. I also got Number of the Stars by Lois Lowry. This is also a World War II novel.
It's a good book.
Is it? You've read it?
I had to read it for school.
Oh, I didn't have to read it for school. I think this is more of a middle grade. It's super short. And then my best friend is letting me borrow Sarah's Key by Tatiana DeRosnay. Once again, it's a World War II novel. I, for some reason, cannot remember for the life of me what this book is about right now other than World War II. Then we have Fishbowl by Bradley Sommer. This book is kind of interesting. It's literally about this goldfish who sits on this windowsill in an apartment, and he ends up escaping his fishbowl and kind of learning about the different people that live in the apartment complex. So I'm pretty sure this is an adult novel. It says there's a handsome grad student, his girlfriend, and his mistress, a construction worker who feels trapped by a secret, the building super who feels invisible alone, a pregnant woman on bed rest who craves forbidden ice cream sandwich, and shut in, blah blah blah. So it follows a bunch of different characters, and they seem all very diverse. So who did I hear this from? I think it was Ariel Bassett. So anything that she recommends, I mean, anyone should pick up because she's a genius. I also picked up Half Lost by Sally Green. This is the 3rd and final book in the Half Bad trilogy. I've read the first one. I have yet to read the last 2. But these covers are like so super shiny. This is about witches, about a boy who is half white witch and half black witch. And people like him are looked down upon. So he's kind of chased and people want him gone, away, not their problem. So I got Instructions for the End of the World by Jamie Kane. I have heard absolutely nothing about this book, but I was browsing Barnes & Noble in Seattle, and the cover, it was just a total cover buy for me, but once I read the reviews after I bought it, I heard that it's pretty misleading, that it's not instructions for the end of the world at all. That is just about this family who's terrified of the world ending, and they just kind of like seclude themselves even though nothing's happening. So it's really short. At some point I'll pick it up, but it's not like at the top of my list or anything. I also got The Art of Not Breathing by Sarah Alexander. This is about a girl whose twin brother ends up dying in a drowning accident, and I'm assuming it's kind of about her coping with it and her family coping with it and what you do when a sibling dies and how kind of things change. And I also think there's some kind of mystery element to it. For some reason, when I read the description of this book, it was screaming "We Were Liars" to me, so I needed it in my life, so I bought it. I also picked up 2 books in the Infernal Devices series, number 2, which is City of Ashes, and number 3, which is City of Glass. This past month I read City of Bones and it was amazing, so then I immediately picked up this one and I loved it. And then I bought this one, which I still haven't read yet, but I'm gonna get to it very, very soon because I'm not gonna lie, at first The Mortal Instruments I was not gonna pick up because I really didn't think it was something for me, and then I read City of Bones and I was like, so I feel a new love affair coming. I also got The Taking by Dimly Durting. My local bookstore does this author event every year, and she's one of the authors that's going, so I wanted to pick up her book. Hopefully I get to it by the time of the event. From what I understand about this, it's about a girl who wakes up next to a dumpster and 5 years have gone by. But she hasn't aged at all, but everyone else around her has, and everything in her life has changed. Her parents have gotten a divorce, and remarried and have different kids, and her boyfriend is dating her best friend, but she wants to know what the hell happened. So I know this is like, I think the first in a trilogy, and I'm pretty sure the last book, which is The Countdown, just recently came out. I also got The Next Together by Lauren James. Believe it or not, I could not find this in the US. I had to special order it off of the Book Depository, and I think this is about different love stories throughout different time periods, not time periods, but like one happens in the past, one happens in the future, one happens in the present. I don't know if they all intertwine or what, but I've heard so many people over in the UK say that they absolutely love this book, even though I'm not much of a contemporary person. And last but not least, I got The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. Now this book, I must say, there's kind of a story behind this book for me. At first, when I heard about it, I wasn't going to pick it up right away. I was going to wait maybe until I was in a contemporary mood or something. Then I was at Barnes & Noble and I found this autographed copy, so who's gonna say no to that? I picked it up. I once again don't know what this is about, but I know people are loving it. It's Morgan Matson, she's amazing. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!